Hi everyone, are you ready to get started with module number 2? Well, here as it is. First things first, right? Your first steps. First of all, I want to kind of lay the foundation for the remainder of our training. Right now, I want you to get a pad of paper and a pen or pencil. And from now on, everything that you do in Paycation, you're going to write everything into that pad, all right, that notebook of yours. That's number one. Number two is, if you're like me, I have a very short attention span. And every time I watch any of these type of training courses or modules from top leaders out there, no matter how good the information is, I tend to lose focus. And so I figured I have about a 5-minute, attention span. And if you're like me, I definitely understand. So what I want to do for the remainder of these modules is I'm going to try my best to keep all of these trainings down under 5 minutes, if that's okay with you, and get you just the key information that you need to be successful. So the first things that you need to do when you first get involved in Paycation is know your website. Know the front of the website, what your prospects see, and know the back office, right? That's what you're in all the time. And what I did was, when I first joined Paycation, I just clicked everything I could possibly click to see how everything was working. Right? I didn't necessarily read everything, but I did look at everything and kind of see where everything was. So you want to do that, number one. The second thing is, once you do that, take that short quiz that's on your back office when you log in at the top right, so that you get familiar with the different things that they want you to know about, what Paycation feels is important. The next thing is, you want to take your CTC training. That CTC training is going to give you the fundamental foundation of how to book travel. And I definitely recommend printing out the manual and putting it into a notebook for future reference, okay? Especially if you're focusing on travel. Now, as you all know, I focus a lot on building the business, and if it's related to travel, I'll do my best to answer those questions, but really I'll refer you to the travel side of our corporate department. So building a business is where I believe a lot of the wealth is created long term, and that's why we all joined Paycation, a lot of us, right? So definitely do your CTC training, all right? And that's the next step. Now, from that point on, those are your first initial steps, giving you a good foundation. The next thing you want to do is, by all means, please master the compensation plan. I've got a lot of different videos out today on YouTube that you can find where I break down the compensation plan. I think I just did one last week where I actually spent about an hour breaking down the compensation plan for you. So take the time to learn it, because the more you know your compensation plan, the more confident you are going to be about our business, and you'll realize and understand how to generate wealth through the Paycation system. So those are your first initial steps, okay? Once you've done those first initial steps and you've got a good foundation and you really understand what Paycation is about, then it's time to go out there and start building that business. Now, those first few steps, family, I'm going to tell you, should only take you about a day to 2 days to do. At most 2 days, okay? I don't want you spending a week or 2 weeks trying to learn everything. It's impossible to learn everything on travel. Just get some basic fundamentals and know where to go, because we have a click and play method that we'll be talking about in module number 3, okay? So just go out there and learn the basic fundamentals. The next thing you want to do is write down a list of your top, we like to say top 100, but at least top 10. The top 10 people that would love to do business with you, right? They trust you, they love you, and they'll definitely do anything that you share with them. So those are the people that we want to contact. But before we contact them, make sure you get with your mentor so you know the proper language to use when reaching out to them. So those are the first few steps. I hope you got them. Go ahead, in the next 48 hours or less, let's get it done. I'll see you in module 3.